Hi guys, this is Rob Drummond. I just want to share a quick video with you today showing you how to test an ad across multiple ad groups and how to pick the winning ad based on something called profit per impression. So this is data from my own account, looking at data from April 2013. And what you can see down here is I'm currently split testing two ads. So this is the control version of my ads, which has been running for quite a long time. I've not managed to beat it yet. And this is the current challenger. So the complication here is that I'm running the test across two different ad groups. So I've got an exact match ad group and a phrase match ad group with the same ads running in each ad group. So what I've done is I've used something in AdWords called labels to identify the control and the experiment ad. And if we look at the data for the two ads, what we can see initially is that the click-through rate for the control ad looks to be a lot higher than the experiment ad. But when we consider the conversion information, and particularly the cost per conversion, the cost per conversion for the experiment ad seems to be lower than the control ad. So, which ad is the winner? The way I go about doing this is to go up, and I'm going to download this to an Excel file. So if you get the reporting name and click create, I'm going to save this to my computer and open it up in Excel. Incidentally guys, this actually isn't Excel, this is something called LibreOffice, which is a free alternative to Microsoft Office. For what I'm going to show you today, you can achieve it in Microsoft Office as well, or you could also use Google Docs. The stingy northerner in me basically refuses to pay more than I need to for these things. But either way, the first thing you want to do is you want to remove the title at the top. So I'm going to right click and delete the row. And I'm also going to delete the totals down at the bottom. So again, highlight them, right click, delete rows. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to highlight all the data. I'm going to go to data, pivot table, create. If you're using Excel, those instructions will be slightly different. There should be a pivot table option which will allow you to create a pivot table in a similar way. And I'm going to use the current selection as the data source. Once this loads, I'm going to go to labels, because I want the labels to be my row fields. And then I'm going to add the following data fields. So I'm going to add impressions, clicks, conversion, 1 per click, and cost. I'm going to go to OK. If I expand that out so you can see that slightly. So the rows that we're interested in here are the control and the experiments. And what the pivot table has done is it's combined the numbers across the two ad groups. So I'm now comparing the control versus the experiment across the two ad groups that I'm running ads in. This is really useful because as you build out your account, what you'll do is you'll start to peel and stick your keywords into their own ad groups. So over time you'll end up with more ad groups in your account, but it's likely that you'll still want to test ads across multiple ad groups. So effectively what the pivot table does is it provides a roll-up of all your ad groups. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a few fields across the top. So I'm going to add click-through rates, conversion rates, cost per action, and profit per impression. So for the control ad, click-through rate equals clicks divided by impressions. Conversion rate equals conversions divided by clicks. Cost per action equals cost divided by conversions. And profit per impression, in this case, I'm going to use a slightly oversimplified version for this. I'll explain why at the end. But I'm going to use CPA divided by the number of impressions, and then I'm going to multiply that by 1000. Okay, so if I copy these figures or these calculations into the experiment ad, And so click-through rate and conversion rate are percentages. So I'm going to start percent. And CPA and profit per impression are currency. The formula for profit per impression normally is your cost per action minus your break-even point. So your break-even point being the most you can afford to spend to get your money back on the click, divided by your number of impressions in thousands. So in this case, I'm actually assuming a break-even point of 0, just because it simplifies the calculation, and it still actually gives me the information that I need. So what the data is telling me here is that click-through rate for the control ad is a lot higher, and that is important because click-through rate has an important impact on your quality score. Higher click-through rates tell Google that your ads are relevant to the search, and they will over time give you a higher quality score. But equally, it doesn't mean that you get paid necessarily. And what we're really looking to do is generate inquiries on your website. Conversion rate is slightly higher for the experiment, and CPA is a lot lower. But the important figure here is that the profit per 1,000 impressions is higher for the experiments. So for every 1,000 times that these two ads appear, we make more money off the experiment ad. Now this data isn't quite statistically significant yet. We've only got 28 conversions on the experiment ad, so I'm actually going to leave this running a little bit longer. But hopefully this will illustrate the principle of what you need to do to both test ads across multiple ad groups, but also how to analyze your ads to select winning ads based on profit per impression, rather than necessarily using click-through rate or conversion rate. I hope that's been useful, and do leave a comment on the blog if you have any questions about it.